See? Sam gets it. Why don't you? Cheers, baby. What's going on, everyone? Justin again. As always, thanks for watching my channel. Welcome back to a double feature. Look, I had something I kind of want to talk about. I've had some comments, a lot of people commenting, nice bike, wish I was like Mike, that kind of thing. This did not come easy. The inside of this place did not come easy. Having this place did not come easy, okay? I told you guys before in a previous video that I've had a lot of do-overs in my life. Anywhere from living under a bridge, to living in my car, to working out of my car, to working on my car, to get to work on other cars, to get to where I'm at. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you already know. If you haven't, why don't you go back and rewind to the beginning? Go back and see what this garage looked like. There was not this much light. I had a lot of lighting complaints. I was operating solely off my cell phone, which I still pretty much do for the exception of our sit-down talks here in the garage, okay? There was a lot of things that I went through to get to where it is that I'm at. But this whole place was uninsulated, unlit, and I was operating all off my cell phone on a little tiny thing I called a Jobby Pod. Talk about getting creative, okay? I took boxes upon boxes or toolboxes or light fixtures or joists, and I would hang this little Jobby Pod from different areas all over the garage just to get different angles for you guys for specific content to create the content that I've created. I still do that at work. A lot of the times people are asking me, how do you get some of the up-close shots and action shots of what it is that you're doing? My cell phone. I take my cell phone and I literally will either flip the camera the other way, which you guys have complained is pixelated, or I'll flip it the normal way if I was staring at the screen but looking at you, and then that's not so pixelated. But all the audio is ran off my phone. When I'm doing my tool truck tours, it's on my phone. When I'm in a store, it's off my phone. When I'm walking around or I'm outside, it's on my phone. When I'm in the garage, then I'm on this camera using this microphone to try to help you guys with the audio to make it a little bit easier to hear me. I have tried little various Rode mics on the top, which it gets pretty echoey in here. This is not a sound room, okay? I'm not in some real studio with sound barriers like all over me to help like minimize the sound. I have been told that I am loud. I can't help that. This is just the way that I talk, and it sounds louder than it really is only because it's still echoing off of all the walls. But getting back to being like Mike, yeah, sure, I want to be like Mike. You guys might want to be like Mike too, right? That whole saying came from Michael Jordan, but there is a Mike that I actually do consider my friend, very close friend and mentor that I aspire to be like. He's a very smart man. He knows how to utilize his own personal income to help create more income. And in that aspect, I aspire to be like him and be of a similar mindset and try to do better, be better, because I want to emulate him in certain areas of his life that he did. And he started off from rough and got to rich, right? So from rags to riches, so to speak. And it might look like that when you guys jump in my channel, oh, he's rich. I ain't rich, bro. We live in a house that's just under 13 or 1,400 square feet. We live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that we had to fight through probate in order to get because there was no will and testament from when my wife's parents passed away. We went through that. It cost me a few $1,000s to get that whole thing squared away. We had some issues with like the electrical. There was some stuff with like the septic. There was the fencing of the perimeter because of the animals and things like that. We were juggling between vehicles because we were trying to keep at least one on the road. We had some stuff happen with our kids where we had to take care of them too and make sure that they were in a position for school. Now we're in this whole pandemic thing. So it's like it has not been easy. I mean, it might seem easy and I carry a nice positive attitude about it when I'm on here on YouTube, but that's just in my nature. Like I finally get to the point in various situations of my life where I already know there is nothing that I can do about whatever situation befalls me, okay? And you have to learn how to embrace the suck. Once you've learned how to embrace the suck, when things get a little bit easier, you can appreciate it just that much more. And I think a lot of times that's overlooked. Like a lot of people forget the fact that there are still sucky situations that people that appear to be well off are still going through, that fight through on a daily basis. Okay, we do go through these things as people, not just because we're down here in the poverty level or we're in like the lower to middle class level, but even the people that are up there in the higher income that own shops that are, you know, buying Rolls Royces and things like that have. Okay, everyone has their own problems. Everyone has their own way of dealing with them, but they all have their own problems, to say the very least. But none of anything ever came easy to anyone that wasn't willing to work for it. That's the takeaway from this video that I'd like you guys to get. There's tons of things that you can do to get to where I'm at, or to get above where you currently are, but you have to be willing to work for it. Like, how many hours in a day do you put forth towards you earning a living and creating income? How many? Because if you're working less than 20 hours, you're probably not going to get there anytime soon. If you're solely relying on that 8-hour job, I hope you got some kind of doctorates and you are working at a hospital or something like that that's just wrenching part-time, or you're in some kind of union situation and you're just pretty much happy with the steady flow and go. But if you want to create much, much more than what it is that you're at or where it is that you're at, then you have to take those steps to do so. No one is stopping you except for you. Like, you choose how many hours in a day that you work. If a car comes in, or you get a phone call, and hey, can you come in and work an extra shift? Can you come in on the weekend? Maybe you have some side hustle stuff going on. Somebody calls you and asks you on your only day off if you can work on their car. You choose whether or not you want to work on that. And then you choose the amount. So that's like all on you. If you're just doing your like 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or whatever your work schedule is right now, I don't know. Maybe you're currently laid off. What are you doing about it? What are you doing about it? That's my question. I get it, and it sucks. I've been fired. I've been laid off. You know, I've had various situations transpire throughout my life, but there are so many things that you are able to do right now, not just in the normal working world, because I get it, it might be hard for you to find some kind of job in the real world because of the pandemic, but there are so many things that you can get yourself involved with online through social media, networking, and everything else that can provide you with a different source of income to replace the source of income that you lost. But that's on you. That's like your choice. It's my choice to do videos, and I like to share my opinions and thoughts about things here on YouTube. Yes, it provides a source of income. Does it match my current income? No. Is it reliable income? No. But it's just an extra source of income. It's something that comes in, and it's nice when it does, okay? There's other things that you could potentially do on social media. You can go to Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, create ads for doing side work and side hustle. You can go to the temporary employment office where you have to sit in a chair in a waiting room at exactly 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, or maybe even 6 o'clock in the morning, and see if they have any shifts for the day. I had to go to a temp agency when I was younger and I was down and out, okay? When I got back from my first deployment, that was the first place that I had to go, was a temp agency. I had no experience, no schooling, just military. I had no choice. I went to a temp agency and they put me in play. But are you willing to go down there and sit in that office for 3 to 4 hours, not getting paid, hoping that somebody might need a day laborer, even just for a few hours? It's on you at that point, right? It's on you. You have to be willing to put in the work to do that. I work 20 hours a day. That's my schedule. I go to work, I work a full-time job, I come home, hug the wife, kiss the kids, kick the dog, and then I come out here and I do my thing here on YouTube. Then I get ready for bed, and I wake up early in the morning, and I go attack the stock market, then I go to work, then I do my full job, then I come back here and I do it all over again every single day. And I try to give myself like 1 or 2 days off going into the weekend and sometimes holidays to spend time with the family, because I miss them and I want to be with them. These are the things that motivate me. You need to find what motivates you. A long time ago, I had a mentor tell me, you know what motivates you? You know what really can drive you, what can really pick your spirits up? is looking through magazines, catalogs, and this is before cell phones had all access to internet. We didn't have internet on our phones at this time. We had the Nokia brick, okay? So there was no internet. You guys know what I'm talking about. Those of you that are older. But he said he would make a collage, and he would cut little tiny cutouts out of magazines. And he would make this collage out of all the different things that he would like to achieve in his lifetime. Whether it was owning his own house, or his own boat, or a dirt bike, or a side-by-side, or whatever. Maybe he wanted to go hiking. He'd put a little picture of some guy hiking. And he'd just do a collage of different things on this poster board that you'd use in high school. And he would look at that every day on his way to work. And he knew what he was working for. I started doing that, then social media started popping up, and then we had this wonderful thing called a cell phone that we could take pictures, screenshots, and video clips with, and it just helped me to capsulate my thoughts. And my thoughts are this. These lovely girls right here. This is what motivates me the most. To do better, to be better, to achieve more, to provide them with a better life. My family is really what drives the anvil, okay? They're what drive me to do better, be better, and get to that next step in life. To make it to where they don't have to work as hard. That's the reason why I spent an entire career in the military, embracing the suck of life, not just as a reservist, but going active duty, coming back and having to have another do-over. These girls right here is what drives me to do better, be better, and make their life better. That is my number one pick-me-up. The other little things that you guys see inconsequently or whatever through Instagram or Facebook, it's just stuff, okay? Stuff comes and goes. Sometimes you gotta sell it. It is what it is. You fall on hard times, you gotta let it go. You got to let it go. There are certain things in your life that you are not going to be able to control, and you have to learn to let that go and control the things that you can. And the things that you can control is the amount of hours that you put forth labor-wise to create an income until eventually you can replace that income free from labor. If there's a way to create an income while you're making an income passively, that is the best thing that you could possibly do. Whether it's owning rental properties, having dividend reinvestment, or if it's just simply you posting stuff through social media, whatever the case may be, it's on you at a certain point. Don't give me these excuses. What if they don't like me? What if they don't like my voice, my face, etc., blah, blah, blah. We all went through that. I'm still going through it. You know how many times I get told I can't stand your voice, face, etc.? We all go through it. But are you going to let that stop you from posting the next video? Taking that next step up that 40 flights of stairs? Oh, no, well, someone doesn't like me. Might as well call it quits. Come on, man. Get with the program. You're on your own program. Who cares what they think? There are other people out there that are going to want to listen to you. They're going to want to hear your thoughts and opinions. You might just have it, and that might be beneficial for you down the road. Now, it's going to take some work. You're going to have to put forth some time. It's not going to happen right away, but when it does, you're going to be that much more appreciative. I'm appreciative. I'm appreciative of every single one of you guys. I'm appreciative of my entire family. I'm appreciative for my job and the guys that I work with. I'm appreciative in the position that I'm at currently in life, but I know that I worked really, really hard to get here, and I'm still working hard to get to the next level. And you should be thinking that too. Don't worry about what the guy has going on in bay left or bay right. Focus on you and what is in front of you, and only that which is in front of you and what you can control. That's all I got for this video, guys. My little rant for the evening for your double feature. Cheers. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Deuces.